Hi Leo, welcome to your 2023 year in review. This is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Some of you are intuitively guided, which is fine. You know, your intuition is pulling you here. Some of you may be checking on Leo. Whatever brought you, I say welcome. I am working with a sprained wrist and a broken foot. The foot, doesn't stop me. So the shuffling part of it, I pre-shuffled them, and what I did is just kind of mixed them up this way, because I can't really shuffle. But I definitely wanted to get your reading. So let's go ahead and just get into it, okay? Let's start with Mother Mary, and again, it's like I can't use my left hand. So I'm just going to move them around like this. Let's give them a cut. It's so weird because everything happened on my right side, and I'm right-handed, and it's so weird using my left hand. But we're going to do that. All right. Just feel like that's it. We will read from the book at the end, but let's go ahead and begin. All right, Leo, you have action. Well, that is your middle name. Action, being ruled by the sun. Today, I take action related to the priorities that I have previously put off. Action. Today, I take action related to the priorities that I have previously put off. Okay, we'll read it from the end, and at the end, and that's where the words are most profound. Also, we'll see how it plays out in the reading, because it will. I already know that. All right, so we're going to use the Tarot of Dreams. And what I'm going to do, they are pre-shuffled, but I'm just going to, give them a little mix. A little mix here and there. Let's give them a cut. Again, I apologize for having to do your reading this way, but I can't find a way around it. So, we're going to go ahead and just read off the top. And again, we are reading for 2023 to see any messages that maybe your spirit guides want to, let you know, so you can be prepared to take action in something. I'm sure something with a priority is going to come up, but let's see. All right, so we're going to begin. We have the Four of Pentacles. It's all about your foundation. We have the Seven of Swords. Well, that's a little untrustworthy energy. We have the Ace of Cups. Interesting. And then we have the Three of Wands. You know what I feel like, Leo? I feel right off the bat, because really we're breaking these apart into seasons, like winter, spring, then we'll do summer and fall. But we are reading as a whole also. But let's look at the first two cards that came out, the Four of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. So it feels like to me, for some of you, there may be some type of untrustworthy energy around you, and it can relate to love. And it's interesting because it's like the person in the Seven of Swords is looking back at this Ace of Cups, almost like trying to take some of the love out of that cup. You know what I mean? Like, but not in an upstanding way, quite the opposite. So I feel like this is talking about what you've already been through. Someone probably has been untrustworthy in your life, and certainly it can be relating to love. But I have to tell you, I feel like this is the moving on from the Seven of Swords, because what comes next to the Ace of Cups is the Three of Wands, and this is a very optimistic view. Like, this is, I expect good things to happen, and therefore they do. I expect good things to happen, and therefore that they do. This is like just knowing your ships will come in their time. Let's keep going though. We have the Two of Pentacles coming under that Four of Pentacles. Some of you may be questioning even a move, like a different location, or even questioning maybe there's someone you're with that, again, is not trustworthy, let's just say. This is like the thief in the night, and I often feel if it's relating to love, this is someone who, like, I don't know, like maybe doesn't come home at night, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's like they're taking from your cup. They're taking from your cup, and I have a feeling that you're not allowing it anymore, or you have put an end to it, or if you haven't, I feel like it's what you're about to do. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. It's like someone's stealing from your work. We have the Five of Swords coming under that Ace of Cups. So that really signifies, with the Seven of Swords on one side of the Ace of Cups and the Five of Swords under this Ace of Cups, that this energy, like there has been previous energy that has definitely been toxic to you, and I feel like this is someone outside of yourself. Now, it could have been landed into your thought system, right? Like, because this person was untrustworthy, well then maybe everybody will be. But I just don't feel like that's the case, because honestly, the Five of Swords is about toxicity. It's about toxic energy, toxic people. But it can even be toxic thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, whoever this was in the Seven of Swords maybe not even be in your life anymore, but their actions, may still be present. What do I mean by that? I mean that it may be something that, like, I don't want you to measure love by what they gave you, because that would be false. You know what I mean? I almost feel like this person, I just feel like that's their nature. It's interesting too, because I feel like some of you might actually be thinking about working from home. I want to just say, protect your ideas. You know what I mean? Like, maybe don't go out and tell the world what you want to do, or exactly how it's almost like I don't want to give a blueprint to someone else, because I don't trust that someone else won't use it for themselves. Now, I feel like as soon as you have that realization, I don't think you have to worry about it, because I feel like it's going to be clear to you. I feel like you must already know who this Seven of Swords energy belongs to. And then we have the King of Cups coming under the Three of Wands. Okay, and let's look at the King Cups, by the way, can be, doesn't have to be, but can be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. And we have the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So it's exactly what Mother Mary brought out, action. This has taken a step forward, a step onto the next path. And what I really like is you have the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is something you've been thinking about, action you've been thinking about taking. And in the Two of Wands, it's like, I'm ready to put my foot in it. But in the Three of Wands, you're already moving into it. And again, I'm not putting a whole lot of expectations on exactly what's going to be in my ships. I'm just trusting that they're going to be what I need, who I need, if it's a person. This King of Cups is sitting next to the Five of Swords, but he's got the Three of Wands above him, so, I almost don't want to put a bad guy title on him, at least not yet. Alright, let's bring in the crystal visions. And same thing. They're pre-shuffled, but just gonna... It's so funny, like, I never realized how useless my left hand was. I shouldn't say that, but... Let's do it one more time. We're going to take that. Alright. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Well, 10 of Pentacles. That's a house of abundance. It's interesting because, you know, it's a very desirable type energy, right? This is the energy where our finances seem to be flowing. Everything seems to be flowing. This is energy where I really wanted to take root, whether it be within a relationship, a family, or just in a business, because you do have the 8 of Pentacles here too. So I feel like this is one thing it's telling you is you have the ability to create that 10 of Pentacles for yourself. Now this is normally a family, but listen, I feel like you know, it could just be me and the kids type energy, because I feel like it's almost like your creativity, it just feels like your way out. Let's keep going. We have the 6 of Wands over the 7 of Swords. Okay, so you know, I kind of feel like this person is, it's interesting because I feel like this person probably wants a spotlight on them the majority of the time. I feel like this is someone who may put themselves before others. This is someone who could even be narcissistic. Because this can very well be the energy of ego, but the lower ego, if that makes sense. Now, I also want to read it in another way, because I'm feeling this is in 2 different parts. Because I feel like this 10 of Pentacles, even if you had it, let's say with this person, the 7 of Swords, but yet they stole from your cup, right? They were taking from your cup what rightfully was not theirs to take, let's just say. So maybe we had the 10 of Pentacles and in the 2 of Pentacles, and then action, right? I'm taking action related to the priorities I have previously put off. Well, I have a feeling one may be in this 7 of Swords, but I also feel like because the 8 of Pentacles is here, it's talking about you and building, like you're building your life, and I feel like it's your career, like your ideas, your epiphanies, and I feel like the 6 of Wands is also about you outside of the 7 of Swords person. You know, this is 6 of Wands is about action, and other people are looking up to you because of the action you took. You know, it's like maybe I got stuck with a narcissist and I kept trying to fix them and make them better, and, you know, and that doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like, you can't fix a narcissist, they have to fix themselves. I often feel like they know, but it doesn't matter. You know, it's just, I feel like if this is a person that's like, you know, I was going to say if you were my best friend, but I do feel like you are my friend. I would say, do you really want to stay with this person? You have so much potential. You know, and if it's relating to, but, you know, I'm worried about my pentacles. Well, this is you creating that 10 of Pentacles for yourself. Now, someone may be joining you, but I don't think it's this person in the 7 of Swords. Look at this. We have the Ace of Swords over the Ace of Cups. Interesting. This could be some type of communication that's coming in. Could be communication of, you know, someone potentially declaring their feelings for you. I want to say love. But I don't know if it's love yet. You know what I mean? Like, because it may just be something that's just beginning. Though it is coming over the Ace of Cups. So I feel like even if it doesn't begin as love, it's probably something that would turn into that. And then I feel also this Ace of Swords is also opportunity. Opportunity for you to, again, take action towards maybe creating, I'm sorry, I should move this big cast, creating, you know, a life for yourself, like doing something that you really love to do. You know, the Eight of Pentacles says, don't be afraid to go into something as the apprentice, because this is the energy where you're learning as you go, and you're growing. And I feel like in the Eight of Pentacles, you know, if we're willing to put our focus there, then you will have success. So you may even be hearing some type of communication that's going to help you in that energy too. Well, the Chariot, I love that. First of all, we're in a universal year 7, and it is represented by the Chariot in the Tarot. The Chariot is unlimited energy. There is no ceiling to the Chariot. I feel like the Chariot comes as a reward. First of all, it is a card of Cancer, I should say that. And some of you, I do feel like it's saying that you're moving out of one situation, but for something better. Because the Chariot comes in when you have the ability to control the Chariot. I feel like the Chariot is controlled by our intentions, our mind. I tell the Chariot where to go. It's not the reins, right? The horse is just, it's like telepathically follow where I ask them to go. It's sitting over the Three of Wands, very optimistic energy. And let me tell you something. Chariot to me is truly unlimited potential. And then you throw the Three of Wands in there, optimistic energy on top of that. What I think about, I bring about. This feels really good. This Seven of Swords feels really bad, but this part feels really good. Alright, let's keep going. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Page of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles coming over the Five of Swords. It's putting the King of Cups in a better light now, because I feel like it's the King of Pentacles who could have potentially been very difficult to deal with. That's what I feel like. Now, it doesn't have to be an earth sign, but could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But, you know, I would say the King of Pentacles is very different than you, because King of Pentacles in this type of energy, oh my gosh, like, you know, it's already hard to get an earth sign to like open up. They're more likely to show you their affection through their actions, until you really get soul deep with each other. I don't feel like you ever got the ability or the opportunity to get soul deep and with this king. But listen, I feel like even though I do feel like it was difficult, I feel like you learned valuable lessons, and I feel like you are not moving backwards. Now, I feel like, you know, I have to cut out this Seven of Swords, and that's what the Five is asking me to do. Like, whatever toxic, I gotta let it go, because it's not serving me. Quite the opposite. And I find it interesting, and like we have the king, this king comes out, and he's over that Five of Swords, and he's touching the Seven of Swords, and then we have this King of this King of Cups, and I kind of felt that, like, you know, doesn't really feel like a bad guy here. Okay, well, now we know, and I'm saying he, it can be a she too. Look at that, the Three of Wands. It's like, you know what, I feel like once you're able to cut out whatever energy this is, again, it's untrustworthy. It's not there to serve you. If anything, it's there to take from you. If you know that and you're aware of that, and you have the ability to move away from that, or even, I don't know, Sometimes I feel like, if I can't get someone out of the house, then I'd rather just go myself. Because I do feel like for some of you, you are changing locations. Not everyone, but I do feel like for some of you. I don't feel like you have to worry about it though, because I feel like you're just going to end up in the right place and potentially with the right person. And I feel like the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups couldn't be more different. They couldn't be more different. Now, I'm not cutting anybody down. I live with the King of Pentacles. I am Pentacle, I am Earth. But I can feel that in this energy, like one king, no. And then the other king is sharing this there's 2 3 of wands, so we feel like 2 people being put on each other's path. Let's look a little deeper at that. Okay, we have the 5 of wands. Let's just go right down the middle. Alright, so we have the 5 of wands. 10 of cups. Strength card. There you are, Leo, coming right over the ace. It's directly connecting you to some type of toxic energy again. I don't want to say it can be your own, but of course some of it, when I say that, I mean more like where previous experiences end up in my thought system as negative, like therefore I expect negative things to happen, where the 3 of wands is the complete opposite. I expect good things to happen and therefore they do. But first, the toxicity is cut out. Strength card. The ability to overcome. This is about within. So it's like, I feel like if I want this King of Pentacles to, again, I'm just saying, it can be any sign. But if, let's just say, I'm waiting for this King of Pentacles to change, I don't think it's going to happen. If I'm willing to change me, and I don't mean change me to suit them, I mean change me to live my life again. Because in the page of cups down here, I do feel like there, you had to take a moment to like truly understand. When I say love yourself again, that means allowing yourself to have opportunities, experiences. Some will fail, many will not. And that's life. That's life. But I do see you overcoming this, any type of energy that was hard to deal with. I feel like it wants to come to an end. Remember, a strength card is about taming oneself. Now, why would you have to tame yourself here? Well, if I look over, what's mirrored by it is the 5 of wands. So that can be ego, right? It can be drama. And nobody wins in the 5 of wands. Or if I'm expecting like an apology, or you were right, I was wrong, I don't think it's going to happen in that energy. So I feel like what it's saying is don't allow yourself to get pulled into other people's drama. Especially, I don't know why I keep feeling a narcissistic type energy, but man, they will try to pull you back in, and they will use drama. So know that. But I feel like you already know that. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Interesting. So I feel like this king now can be a queen. Know that. But let's talk about the King of Cups for a second. The King of Cups to me is someone who really values relationships in the upright. This is someone who's very expressive about their love. I feel like quite the opposite from maybe what you've had. This is someone who appreciates having that partner. You know what I mean? Like something happens during the day. Who's the first person you call? Well, here it would be this king. I don't think it'd be this king over here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna, because they'll use it against me in some way, somehow. So I feel like you have, like, once this is cleared, I feel like this is talking about new energy that's coming in. Listen, I do feel like it's talking about love, but not just love. But as love goes, we have the Knight of Wands coming over these Three of Wands. So the Knight is about bringing passionate energy towards you. It's fire. It's very comfortable to you. It can be very, what's the word? There's a word I'm searching for. Definitely desirable. Especially because you have the Chariot right above. And by the way, for some of you, it could certainly be your neighbor at Cancer. So I feel like, I'm clearing this energy. And I feel like, don't think that that's the end, because it's not the end. And I also feel like even if I am starting back at the beginning, these 10s here are for you. I feel like maybe someone like promised you the world, and you know what I mean? And again, if they're like narcissistic, they can sell it. Like, they can sell it. So don't put any blame on you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times you're like, how did I fall for that? Well, because that's the nature, right? They can sell it. And us kind souls will buy it. You know what I mean? But as we grow and we learn, we don't buy it anymore. And I feel like that's what it's saying. Like, this is an energy that, yes, unfortunately you got stuck in. But I feel like, and listen, I don't know. I don't feel like this is anything I even want to try to save, because of the energy they're producing and because of what the potential, or, well, I'm saying the potential of what's coming in. I feel like this is more than potential. I want to take a card between the two 10s, the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Look at that. We got the 4 of Pentacles again. So we have the 4 of Pentacles under that 10. Yeah, I feel like some of you, I feel like you may be changing locations, and that may seem difficult and everything, but honestly, I feel like if that's your case, and I feel like you would already know that, or you would already be thinking that, like, that's what I like. I don't know if it's what I want, because maybe I don't want to leave a house. But I feel like you guys are saying, especially if someone's like, oh yeah, I promised you the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, and you received anything but that. So, what can I do? Well, bye-bye to them. And then putting your head down and through your own creative soul, creating that 10 of Pentacles for yourself and maybe for your children, because I feel like there's more than just one in there. But then this 10 of Cups also, same thing. I feel like for some of you, it's interesting, because I feel like, maybe something happened where you ended up having to work from home. And if it's not something you planned on doing, I feel like you kind of fell in love with working from home. And some of you, I feel like this is about new adventures that you're beginning. And, and I feel this all the time, where I feel like God uses our experiences to help others who are walking our footsteps. We now have the wisdom to show them, to open their eyes to something. And listen, some of you, it may become your business. What else do I want to look at? Well, let's look at the Ace of Swords with the Ace of Cups. Look at this, the Empress. Well, there you go. The Empress, the wise one. I feel like I was duped. But I don't feel like it can happen again. The Empress, her eyes are wide open. She doesn't become hard to life. She stays loving. She stays herself, loving and nurturing, but also very strong and very wise. I know that you cannot pull the wool over the Empress's eyes. And I feel like this Page of Cups is talking about bringing you back to your natural Empress energy. And remember, she gives birth to her ideas. So any epiphanies that come to you, like giving birth to them. Also, I want to say it's interesting because I feel like then you hear some type of communication, maybe from this King of Cups, and I feel like very quickly it moves forward. You know, and then it's like this king is like, who? Who were you? I don't even remember you. Right? Because you're too busy now living your life, doing what it is you love to do. It doesn't mean there's not work involved, but, you know, I love what I do. Or I'm learning that I'm, you know, how do I say this? Because I feel like a lot of times, like once we start to clear that toxic energy and we get back to us again, our creative juices just start flowing. And Leo, you are one of the most creative. Like, I feel like you're meant to be out in the spotlight. You know, not everyone. You know, not everybody wants that. And when I mean spotlight, I just mean that, like, I feel like you're a natural leader, right? And sometimes natural leaders have to go through difficult experiences so that when they are leading, they understand. Right? It's like, how do I lead you if I have no clue what you've been through? So I like seeing the Empress very much. All right, let's just take one more. We have Justice. Well, that could signify divorcing someone, at least cutting ties with someone. And it feels like I cut those ties, and then this opens up. You know, sometimes Justice talks about a karmic cycle, and, you know, this person in the Seven of Swords could have been a karmic type energy. But listen, if that's the case, what does it want you to do? It wants you to learn from it so that you can end that karma for eternity. The Empress tells me that you do, or you will. Justice also comes out to say, I'm here to make you feel whole again, to make your life fair and just. Doesn't feel like it was that way over here. But over here, it definitely feels like it's back to, like, Leo loving their life again. Okay, let me read Mother Mary, action. Very first one. Mother Mary sends you this gentle reminder that sometimes you must take human action in order for your prayers to be answered. Such is the case with your current situation, where you may have disregarded or procrastinated working on a priority. Mother Mary is compassionate and understands that you've got multiple responsibilities demanding your time and attention. Even so, this is a case where things will stay at a standstill until you take steps in your desired action or direction. To clarify which action steps to take, sit quietly and interview your heart with these questions. What is most important to me? How much time do I devote to these priorities daily? What can I do right now to support them? Notice the thoughts and feelings that arise, because these are part of the answers to your prayers. Then ask Mother Mary and the angels to boost your motivation and confidence to take these actions. Amen. Wow. I just feel like your life is changing, Leo. I feel like the hard times, if I allow them, are coming to an end. You know, and I feel like, listen, I may have had that Ten of Pentacles. I may have thought I've had that Ten of Cups. Maybe it was just an illusion. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist with that person. But it exists over here. Very clearly, it's showing that. A lot of limitation over here. Unlimited over here. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to let that be. I hope you don't mind that I had to work this way, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. I love you guys. Shout out. I usually mention the Leos in my life. My grandson Lex is the 23rd of July. My mom was August 5th. My son was August 12th. Stephen. Sam is right on the cusp on the August 23rd. So, you know, he claims he's a Leo. We'll let him claim that, though he is a Virgo. But we'll let him claim that. Whatever he wants. Anyways, guys, I love you. I thank you. I thank you for your patience. I really planned on having these done before January, but listen, maybe it's just meant to be at this time. Thank you for, you know, not allowing this to stop you. Yeah, I love you guys. Here's to the best year yet. You know, and this is the makings of it. I have to tell you, this really is the makings of it. You have unlimited potential. And don't be surprised if you don't get communication. And listen, it could be from someone you know, or it could be like a phone call like, hey, will you go on a date with me? Yep, I think I will. I just think I will. So, Two of Wands moves into the Three of Wands. They also have the Three of Wands. So this is, you know, two people who think optimistically versus a person over here who thinks it's all about them. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.